And what is recommended for us who are not giving the adhan? It is recommended that we listen and we repeat after the mu'adhin whatever he says. So whenever the adhan is called, we try to refrain from anything that we're doing and call after the adhan, because the hadith of Abu Sa'id Al-Khudri, may Allah be pleased with him, that the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, whenever you hear the call, the announcement, the adhan, then say exactly what the mu'adhin is saying. So this is the sunnah, except I say Allahu Akbar like him, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah twice like him. But when he says Hayya ala salat, he's calling me by saying hasten to prayer or come to prayer. I don't say, no, you come to prayer. Rather, the sunnah is to say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. And this means that there is no power or might or ability other than with Allah, the Almighty. And likewise, when he says, Hayya ala al-falah. So I repeat the phrase 4 times. And then after he finishes the adhan, I should send the blessing upon the Prophet ﷺ and ask Allah to grant the Prophet ﷺ al-wasila. Al-wasila, which is a level in paradise, only one person is qualified for it. And the Prophet says, I hope that I am qualified for it from among all of humanity, and he is. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Prophet says, alayhi salatu wasalam, when you hear the mu'adhin, the one who calls the adhan, say what he says, then send the blessings upon me. For whoever sends blessing upon me, Allah will send blessings upon him tenfold. Then ask Allah to grant me al-wasila, for it is a station in paradise. It's a position, it's a level in paradise which only one of the slaves of Allah will attain. And I hope that I'll be the one. Whoever asks Allah for al-wasila for me, intercession for him will be granted. That means that the Prophet ﷺ will intercede for us on the day of judgment. And Jabir ibn Abdullah, may Allah be pleased with him, said that the Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, whoever says when he hears the call of prayer, and this is the dua that we have to say after, repeating after the mu'adhin and offering salutation upon the Prophet ﷺ, we have to say, Allahumma rabba hadihi ad-da'wati at-tamma was-salati al-qa'imah آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته. So whoever says this to the dua, which translates to, Allah, Lord of this perfect call, and the prayer to be offered, grant Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam the privilege and also the eminence, and resurrect him to the period, or resurrect him to the praise position that you have promised. Whoever said this, the Prophet says, will be granted my intercession on the day of resurrection. So, this is what we should say when we hear the adhan. Now, when the tathweeb is taking place, and the muadhin says, as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm, should we repeat the same phrase or say something else? No, you should say the same thing. Don't reply by saying the Prophet has said the truth, etc. No. Exactly like Allahu Akbar, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu Muhammad Rasulullah, you say as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm, as-salatu khayrun min an-nawm. Also, one of the great times of answering your dua, which is most likely to happen, is between the adhan and the iqamah. So when the adhan is called, the period between the end of the adhan and the iqamah is time for dua, because the Prophet said, alayhi wasallam, dua or supplication is not rejected between adhan and iqamah.